So ladies and gentlemen, here we are this evening. Welcome. This is the Free Business Compensation Plan. The Free Business Compensation Plan is a very sophisticated, superior compensation plan that rewards people for their efforts. It shows a career path. It says to people, if you perform certain behaviors, then you will earn within this compensation plan. Our compensation plan is a unilevel compensation plan. Okay, somebody just hit video. What I want you to do is I want you to imagine in your mind, I want you to imagine a 9-drawer clothes dresser that you may have within your bedroom. I want you to imagine that a shirt represents an associate. You know, as you acquire new shirts, you can place them in your dresser. And you're going to start at the top drawer, and you're going to fill down. Okay. Now, the drawer sizes are huge. They can hold an unlimited number of shirts. And you can decide to place shirts on lower levels if you wish, provided that there is a shirt in the drawer immediately above it. And other people, they can place shirts in your drawers too. I'm using this as an allegory, ladies and gentlemen, as an analogy, because a shirt represents an associate. And we can place associates within our levels of our downline. I want you to also consider that a sock represents a customer. For every shirt or associate that you own, you should have at least 2 socks that match it. And you place your matching shirts and socks in the same drawer. If you get a pink shirt, which is an associate, and if you have 2 matching pink socks, that person's customers, you're going to place them in the same drawer. In this allegory, shirts and socks, they go in the same drawer. Similarly, associates and their retail customers, they will go on the same level within your genealogy. This is a little bit unusual, so I'm going to explain why. There are 2 socks or customers that you personally acquire. They're not placed in any drawer. They're placed on top of the dresser. An associate does not get paid on their own order, and an associate does not get paid on the 2 qualifying customers. However, while you do not earn on those 2 customers that you personally enrolled, they are the only qualification that you require to earn on all 9 levels of your downline. Other companies, they want width requirements. Other companies want certain volume requirements. The only requirement, I will say it again, the only requirement for the free business for residual income is for you to have 2 customers. You will earn commission on all other orders in your 9 levels, whether they are placed by associates or whether they are placed by customers. And so let's think about this in MLM terms, ladies and gentlemen, instead of in terms of furniture. We have a top level, we have levels 1 through 9. In the allegory here, the drawer represents a level within your downline. Different payout percentages will apply by level, and depending on that level, where the volume is found. So let's talk about that very specifically. The free business sells Angels H2O. It's a fantastic product. It costs $29.99. And we're currently in our pre-launch state, and at the moment this is our only product, but there will be more products coming in the future. We have huge plans to make this a billion-dollar, multinational, multi-currency, multi-language company. So let's look at the first level. On the first level, based on a $29.99 order, on the first level, we pay a commission of $2, which is almost 7%. On the second level, we pay 50 cents. On the third level, we pay 50 cents. On the fourth level, we pay 75 cents. On the fifth level, we pay 75 cents. On the sixth level, we pay 75 cents. On the seventh level, we pay 75 cents. On the 8th level, we pay 75 cents. And on the 9th level, we pay $1. So if you imagine your genealogy, depending on where the orders lie in the levels below you, based on the associates and the customers placing orders below you, you will earn on every transaction that is placed below you, provided you have that minimal qualification of just 2 customers. And so you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, that based on a $29.99 order, we are paying out $7.75 in commission in those 9 levels, and that's almost 26%. And I'm sure that you'll agree with me that that's pretty generous based on those 9 levels. However, this is just one module of the compensation plan. Sometimes we use the word compensation plan a little bit like an umbrella to describe a large concept. I want you to think of the compensation plan almost like a wall maybe made out of Lego bricks maybe. We've all had children or grandchildren or been exposed to kids who are building with Lego bricks. The module of the compensation plan is just one brick that goes to make up the wall, okay? So 9 levels of residual income possible through the residual part of the compensation plan. Let's talk about another facet. Let's talk about the concept of VIP. Now, we all know what the VIP stands for, very important person. And we all know that ASAP means as soon as possible. So we're throwing out an acronym there, a VIP ASAP. Now, why should that be? The VIP program promotes retail sales of our product. It promotes the building of structure. The VIP program is based upon a proven concept of duplication. And our VIP program provides additional rewards to the upline for providing leadership and resources within a growing organization. We are in multi-level marketing. We are about network marketing. We are about people. We are about teams. We are about the sum of the individuals is greater than, the sum is greater than the individual sum together. Together we all achieve more is the acronym for team. This is about teams of people being successful. And I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, that the corporation, the company cannot be successful unless the people are successful. We want you to earn commission. It's not a question of whether or not commission will be paid. It's a question of to whom will it be paid. And we want you to earn. VIP is about bringing your team together. Remember, we're still in pre-launch, but this is a really good time for teams to come together. Let's talk about the VIP program. In this particular scenario that you can see on my screen here, I have a director on top of a supervisor who has an enroller beneath them in a line of sponsorship, and we have a place there underneath an enroller for a new prospect. And the VIP program says to acquire 2 personal customers. So we say to that new associate, to the new associate that's just been enrolled, go get your customer number 1, go get your customer number 2. And so that means that they are now qualified to earn. And now we want them to duplicate themselves. We'll say to them, now go get your first associate. And get that first associate to get their first 2 customers. Because we want to see the Angels H2O product being used and retailed. We then say to our new associate that we enrolled, go get your second associate who else has 2 customers. And then finally, we say to our new associate, get a third associate with their 2 customers. Because to be a VIP, a new associate needs to acquire 2 personal customers, plus they need to enroll 3 associates, each of whom has 2 personal customers. Now, I think I want to explain as well and point out that we have therefore created 8 customers who are using and consuming our product. And this is very important, particularly for new regulations that are coming in with the FTC that are looking to see how products are retailed and in the hands of consumers and end users, that people see the benefit of this tremendously wonderful product that can make difference in people's lives. Okay, so what is the reward for creating this VIP team? We will pay the enroller, the person who found the new associate, we will pay them $20. We will also pay the supervisor who is upline from the enroller $5, and we will pay the director who is above the supervisor $5. We will pay out $30 for creating, or a total of $30 because it goes to different people. We will pay out $30 for creating this team, and this team is a proven team because it's a building brick of building teams and organizations within your downline. So the VIP, the enroller sponsors a VIP who acquires 2 customers. I know I'm repeating myself. I know I'm re-emphasizing this. I'm doing this on purpose. The new VIP, the new associate, needs to get 2 customers plus 3 associates who each get 2 personal customers. And we're going to pay out $30 to the upline. So that begs a question. Why should a new associate seriously consider qualifying as a VIP? In particular, if the enroller and their upline are earning the bonus. Well, let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen. We have revenue sharing pools. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about those in a moment. But an associate who becomes a supervisor or a director or a national director or an international director, they participate in revenue sharing pools. And each of those pools, there are 4 separate ones, a percentage of every order sold by the company globally, that's all over the world, is going to be placed into each of those pools. Now, the VIP is a person who gets their 2 customers, who gets their 3 associates, who get their 2 customers. If they do that within 30 days of joining the company, they need to, in other words, those new associates need to go to work now. And if they can get their team together within 30 days, then we will flag their associate account as being a VIP. Let me restate that a different way. A new associate has 30 days after registering to get their 2 customers, to get 3 associates who have 2 customers. If they do that, they qualify as a VIP. And what does that mean? When a VIP qualifies to earn in the revenue sharing pool in the future as either a supervisor, director, national director, or international director, those VIPs will receive 2 shares instead of 1 share of the appropriate pool. Ladies and gentlemen, they get to double dip. And that is a huge benefit for being active within those first 30 days. Now, one of the questions you're going to ask me is, how big is a pool? Well, the diameter of a pizza could represent the revenue of the company. And as the company grows, then the size of the pizza that is going to be shared increases. And the bigger the company, the bigger the pizza, the bigger the pool, because this is a percentage of global sales of the organization. And so the question then becomes, well, how big is a share? Well, it's like having a pizza delivered at your home this evening. The amount of pizza you get is going to depend on how many people are there to eat the pizza. And so how big is a share? Well, that depends on how many people qualify at each rank to share in the pool. I'm going to use a silly example here, and it is just an example. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's imagine that we'd got, I don't know, let's imagine we'd got 8 international directors. Okay, 1 share of 8, 1 out of 8, it's 12.5%. Okay, so they would get 1 share of the pool. However, if one of those 8 happens to be a VIP, then they get an extra share. And so instead of the pizza being shared by 8 people, it's actually shared by 9 because somebody gets 2 shares. And so each individual share, 1 out of 9 is 11.1%, and 2 shares of 11% is 22%. So can you see the difference between 1 share and 2 shares? It's huge. And so this call to action within the first 30 days to become a VIP ASAP doesn't necessarily mean they're going to earn immediately, but as soon as they qualify at those ranks, they will have additional earnings from within those pools. Let's talk about some ranks and requirements. Ranks are always great because they give us an opportunity to recognize somebody. As your team builds, we can recognize people for the amazing amount of work that they've done and the achievements that they have made. We have the rank of manager, and that requires 3 associates. We have the rank of supervisor. Supervisor is somebody who has $5,000 of downline, volume within their downline. We also have a director who has $10,000 worth of volume within their downline, and that's not just the 9 levels, that's to the nth level. We have an international director who's got $45,000 worth of volume in their downline, but we also require them to have 3 directors in separate and individual legs, so that we have a splitting of the volume, that it's not just a one-legged wonder, that they have spread their volume over an element of width. For an international director, we require them to have $150,000 worth of volume in their entire genealogy. And we also want them to have 2 national directors within 2 different legs as well, again, so that they are building in width as well as within depth. So let's see what some of the rewards will be for that. Oh, one more thing. No more than half of the volume can come from one specific leg. You know, we want to make sure that we have a stable organization here. Okay, let's talk about some of these revenue sharing pools. And this is an important one, a founders pool. This is why the time is of the essence. The enrollers of the first 300 VIPs will share in a very specific pool that is made up of 75 cents per $29.99 order. And that is a pool that will be for every order that the company will ever sell. So we're going to put 2.5% of our volume that's going to be shared there, 75 cents. And that's going to be limited to the first 300 VIPs. Ladies and gentlemen, begin to build your organization now. Our official launch isn't until October. However, you and I both know that by the time we get to October, we're going to far exceed 300 VIPs. This is a call to action. This is inviting you and maybe even pleading with you to acknowledge that now is the time to begin to build your groups of VIPs. Okay, let's talk about the supervisor pool. The supervisor pool, the qualified supervisors share a pool made up of $1 per order. So every dollar for every order we process, we're going to put that into a pool, and the supervisors will get to share it. We have a director pool. 50 cents of every order that we process goes into the director pool. That's shared by the directors. But acknowledged, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit harder to be a director than it is to be a supervisor. So by default, there will be fewer people. Therefore, if we look at the size of the pizza, those slices of the pizza are going to be larger because there are fewer people participating in that pool. So point being is you will earn more money. The national director pool, again, 50 cents of every order is going to go into the national director pool, and it will be shared by the national directors. The international director's another 50 cents of every order is going to go into that pool. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we recognize there will be far more supervisors than there will be international directors. However, the amount of money which is able to be earned on an individual basis, the compensation plan is designed to reward behavior. And the greatest way that we can measure behavior is on a statistical basis of the volume of business and transactions and customers using the product. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is about customers using our product. We pay commission on the usage of product. So we have revenue sharing pools. Here's a summary. So those first 300 people, they are in an amazing position. 75 cents of every order is going to go into their pool. This is based on a $29.99 order. $1 into the supervisor, 50 cents into the director, 50 cents into the national director, and 50 cents into the international director. $3.25, almost 11% of every order is being allocated to these pools. In addition, another module of the bricks that go into this wall, every qualified national director and their qualification requirement, they need $45,000 in downline volume, 3 directors and individual legs, and of course no more than half of their volume coming from one leg. They will receive a monthly bonus of $500. This is a bonus for them to use however they wish. We don't have a car program. We don't want you to sign a lease with a German car manufacturer. We don't want you to have to choose what asset or what lease you are engaging yourself in. We just say be a qualified national director, and you can use that bonus however you choose. Similarly, international directors, they are people with $150,000 in downline volume. They have 2 national directors and individual legs. They get a monthly bonus of $1,000, which they can use exactly how they choose. So think about it. Over a 12-month period, $12,000. In addition to all of the other bonuses that they are receiving in terms of the revenue sharing pools and in terms of the residual income that they are earning off their 9 levels. So here's a bit of a summary chart here. Okay, we have the unilevel residual paying out. We have supervisors, directors, national directors, and international directors. And let's think about that for a moment. From a supervisor perspective, and I'm going to talk tonight in terms of VIPs. You only need 21 VIPs to become a supervisor. You only need 42 VIPs to become a director. $10,000 worth of volume sounds like a lot of sales, but it's only 42 VIPs, VIP teams. National director, again, I want you to think in terms of VIPs, it's 188. And in terms of international directors, it's 625. And we are there in a position where we are sharing a tremendous amount of the revenue that we are receiving for the sale for customers buying Angel's H2O. Let's think about that. Based on a $29 order, we're paying almost 26% out through the first 9 levels. We're paying almost 11% out in the revenue sharing pools. And so those are just the points where it is directly proportional to the order, where we can see that nearly 36% is being paid out. However, we're also paying out $30 on the VIPs. We're also paying $500 out in monthly bonus to the national directors, and we're also paying out $1,000 for international directors. This is a generous plan. This is a lucrative plan. There's no BV here. These are real dollars. We're not paying out based on BV, QV, PV, which is just a way that companies make it sound like that you're earning more than you are. Okay, because the BV and the cost of the product very often isn't the same. So we need to make sure that we are transparent, that we are equitable, and let's just call a dollar, ladies and gentlemen. This is the amount of money which is that we are sharing with the product. Ladies and gentlemen, here's an action point. Here's what I would like you to take away from this call tonight. I need you, Michael needs you, John needs you. Get with your enroller. Get with your upline. Get with your team leaders and arrange team launch calls. We need you need you to create VIP teams. These VIP modules will be the building blocks of your organization. And we would recommend that ideally that you have 15 participants in each of your team launch calls. Michael, are you with me? Michael, is there anything that you would like to add to this conversation this evening?
Absolutely not. I'm thinking everybody just needs to stay on point with that right there. I appreciate it, Iain. Finally, we got the numbers out there to folks so they can realize what the true numbers are. There is no hidden anything with us. And as Iain said, we are transparent. We are all about pushing everything we can out there to continuously make this the strongest program, but get with everybody, as Iain just said, and let's set up some VIP and some team launch calls, because that's going to create so much momentum for everybody's organization. But fantastic job tonight, Iain. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to remind you, this is the time. You know, we have official launch coming up in October. This is pre-launch, okay? I'm going to stop the recording now. Thank you for listening, but stay on the call for just a second.